Hey everybody, I'm kind of right between fish here, and I'm kind of getting bit a little bit, and so I may have to go real quick. But I wanted to show how I tie on my hooks and stuff. I start off with a 10-aught hook. That's a big old hook, and I've got 50-pound leader material here. I go through the eye. And this knot is called a unisnell, and you can find this on a lot of spots on YouTube. But I had a request to kind of show that, so I'm going to do that. All right, you go through the eye, and give yourself plenty of space here on this to be able to tie, and then you make a loop. And start wrapping those loops on that line on. You see, I started off with a lot of line there, but I don't have so much anymore. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start pulling it tight. I did 8 wraps around the shank. And when I'm done, this is what I've got. I'm going to pull it a little tighter. That right there is a unisnell. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to trim that tag end off a little bit. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and this has got a barb on it, and our regulations show that we have to go barbless. So I'm going to just crimp that down, and actually it broke. I'm getting bit a little bit. Now, to get it ready to put on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here, about, what is that? It's almost 2 foot, and I'm going to make a half hitch on that. Okay, now I've got a loop on that end to be able to put in my swivel. I'm just going to trim that end off. I'm starting to get bit here. I need to be paying more attention to my fishing. But anyway, this is what I've got. I've got a loop on this end, and I've got a snelled hook on this end, and that one's all ready for putting on. So I'm going to set it aside for now until I hook up with another one. I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, here is part 2 of doing a sturgeon rig, at least the way I do it. A little bit ago I tied on a unisnell onto a hook, and what I'm going to do now is I've got a little piece of cut bait that I've had soaking in some fish oil, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that inside of an egg sac. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this hook and start weaving it through the top end of that sack so that it can't come out. And that's what you end up with, just like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on a trout. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go just right behind this fish's head. I'm going to stab the hook in, and I'm going to bring it out right out of the top of his head so that it looks just like this. Just like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it on. So I'm going to do a series of half hitches on this, and what it's going to do is it's going to keep this fish from being stripped off, since I don't have a bait holder on it anymore, because I had to trim it off. Okay, sturgeon just jumped over there. So when I'm done, this is what it looks like, just like that. So this bait is now ready to send down into the hole, just like that. I'm going to conclude this how-to on rigging up, I think, for right now, and get back to focusing on fishing. So see you in a little bit.